Hello students, this is our fourth session of using clay, and I hope you enjoyed watching James DeRosso. His monsters are incredible, and it will give you some ideas on what monsters that you want to do. I love doing monsters because there's no wrong or right to it. You just create what you want to, and this is a great lesson that that you can have younger kids do, and you can have all the way up high school, and of course, or even college, or parents. Just because there's different varieties you can do. So I'm going to start out simple, where we just use a head, and then I'll add on to it. Now, there is another way. I'm going to show you. These two were actually done with slabs, just like the birdhouses. So as you can see, this is a slab. Just like birdhead houses, I just added eyes and teeth, and then there's this one too. So again, you could do it as a slab. But what I'm going to do today is go back to the idea of using balls and coil. Okay, well, balls, coil, and pinch pots. So we're combining those three. Okay, so what you want to first do is get a ball, right? So I'm going to do a head, so I'm just going to do it pretty small. And again, just like before, you want to make sure that it gets round without cracks in it. And if it starts to crack, then you're going to use again my water here. Just using the fingertips of my water. Smooth that out. Anytime it starts cracking, it just means it's drying out, and so you want to make sure. Okay, so now I got a nice ball. It doesn't have cracks in it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is do a pinch pot. I'm going to use my thumb. I'm going to push into the middle, almost all the way down. As you can see, that just kind of makes like a mouth, right? So I'm going to form that how I want to. Oh, it's cracking. Okay, again, where I did that pinch pot, I'm just using that as my mouth of my monster. You can, come in, out, however you want your monster. I'm going to have it coming out. It's fun that way. I like it this way. Okay, pinch the sides if you want it a bigger mouth. Okay, I kind of like this mouth. I think that's fun. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So now I have that one. I'm going to grab another one. I'm just going to add a smaller part because I'm going to make eyes. So I'm going to make a smaller ball. Like that. Okay, now you think that you would want to have two balls for two eyes, but it's easier to make sure that the ball doesn't roll off and it can connect well. So what I'm going to do is just cut it in half, and then I've got two eyes. Check it on there. Make sure I like that size. I like how one's bigger than the other to make it a little more fun for monsters. Okay, so if you remember this part, you want to score it. So I'm going to score here, which is just putting in lines. Right? Score here. Score here. To here. Okay. Put water on all four on my eyeballs. Just your finger. Okay, I'm gonna put my eyeballs on. Okay, now if I just left them there, they would fall off, right? So you've got to make it into one piece. So connecting it all. Use your knife. If you got a toothpick, that would be great. Tools is better. But I like to use my fingers a lot. All right, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to look at it and decide as the artist what I want. It might be fun to have an eyebrow, so at that point I'm going to do a coil. Do one big giant eyebrow. Okay, and of course scoring it. Scoring where I'm going to put it on here. Water. Okay. And of course, making it so it's one piece. Now all those lines, it seams, make it into one. And under here, you want some of that seams to actually stick out. You still want to make sure it's one piece. So even though you think, oh, but I like the look of it with the seam so it looks like an eyebrow, you probably will have problems with it coming off later. So even that, I'll make sure it's one piece, and then later you could put a line in there if you wanted to. Okay, to make it look like it's more eyebrows, I think what might be fun is put the score just on top. Kind of looks like hair. Okay, eyebrows. Okay. Okay, now if you've got like a pencil or a toothpick or something, what you want to do is you want to actually put in some, it's like I did here. Do you see how I've got those? Make it look like pupils, okay? So I'm gonna grab, again, toothpick, whatever you can. I'm gonna make it so it's got pupils here. Oop. Oh, I made a mistake, so all I can do is just smooth it out, right? Cover my mistake there. Okay. And then, let's see. I'm gonna have this one kind of going up because then it's kind of fun. And then the other kind of weird, fun little monster there. Okay. Now you can put a nose on, whatever, like that, right? Okay. So it's kind of fun with one eyeball going up, one eyeball looking at you. Fun monster there. Okay. So you could stop right there and you got a fun little head, right? And that's what I usually do with the younger kids. But we're going to continue on. So the second step was to take that and put it down like that so that it can stand. And I'm going to make more coils. Again, your coil doesn't want to be, you shouldn't have coil bigger than your pinky. I think it'd be fun to make my little monster have like octopus legs. Okay, All right, so I could do that and I could continue on. I want to make sure you're not just listening to me and you have more time. So I could put more legs to make it look like more of an octopus, right? So that might be fun. You can do however you want. Okay. All right. I'm going to break this off and give you the other. Of course, it lives cool because I put it on correctly. Okay. All right, so this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a body. Say I I like my head, but I actually want to put a body on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to get a bigger ball. Do the same thing. Again, if there's cracks, take out the cracks. All right, like this. So once you got it so it looks like a ball, what you're going to do is you're going to end up making 2 pinch pots. So I'm going to cut it right in half. Okay, I'm going to take one side and I'm going to push in the middle. I'm going to make a pot on this one, making sure I push up, not out. Don't push out, otherwise you're going to make a plate. Basically what this is making the body hollow, so it will not crack and break as easily. And again, your pinky, see how it's not too thin or not too thick. Okay, it's not going to fall off. The edges aren't kind of tilting away. It's a good solid pot right there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, but I want on this side. I'm going to do the same thing, but I want it to match up to this one. So I'm going to use the thumb just like I did before. Pinch the sides. Okay, now it most likely is not going to totally match up. You see, so that one's pretty good because it matches up pretty well. Okay, so I just take this inside and I'm going to score it. Score this side. The water to both of them. Okay, now at this point you can do one of 2 things. You can get another piece like this. You can make a coil. And this one you're going to actually want thinner than your pinky because you're just having something that will where you can put the 2 together. So it's almost like tape would be, right? Okay, and then of course, no matter what, you still have to score it. Okay, and then you put it over like this. So I'm putting it over like that, almost like Saturn. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to smooth it all out into one piece. Okay, you can do that, or like on the other side, I'm going to leave that one blank just so you can see the difference. Okay, so this side I put the coil on to make it so it's like tape and kind of, you got to make sure it becomes one. Okay, see how I'm having it become one. Okay, I'm smoothing it out. On this side, I didn't do that, right? I left it blank. I mean, left it without the coil. So on that side, I'm going to do the same thing, but instead of having this coil, I'm just using the 2 together because they matched up pretty well. So if that's the case, you can just take your finger and smooth it out. Some water. Smooth it out so you don't see where you connected. Okay, so now, like that. That's kind of fun, right? Okay, so of course I'm connecting the 2. I'm going to put score it. Pour it. Water. And water. Okay, and then I got to make it into one piece. So again, you could do one of two things. You can make it so it's smooth if it's gathering really well, so you can make it into one piece. If it's not and it's got some spaces, then again you're going to make your coil, score it, water, around, and smooth it into one another to make it one piece. Of course, I didn't add a nose, but you could add a nose. I think it's fun without a nose. You could add anything that you wanted to it, right? Okay, I think it'd be fun. Again, you have to look at it and go, what kind of legs do I want on this? What kind do I want? Arms? Do I not want arms? It might be fun to have him kind of fallen like he, yeah. His legs are I'll play with that for a minute and decide what I want here. Now the problem with having it too long is they will break off. Okay, so you have to put that in consideration too, is if it gets bumped or anything like that, those legs could come off. So you don't want extensions too much because of that idea. Okay, I'll make that up. So I'm gonna score. Water on them. If anything starts to wiggle and you need to redo it, make it either thicker, because it's not the size of your pinky, or also making sure that you blend it so it's one piece. Now I might put some again, your monster, so you can have your monster however you want to make your monster. So usually I would say make sure those arms aren't too small, because I teach how to do a body, and I teach that your hands go down to the middle of your thighs. Well, monsters, that's not the case. You can make them however you want. Like a jolly little monster, right? Happy little monster. And the great thing is that even though like you would be sitting next to me and I'd be showing you this and you were doing the same thing, it's going to turn out totally different than mine. That's the great thing. And as you can look at DeRosso's and notice that his are different than mine, because each artist has their own way of doing things. So even if we were doing exactly the same, they would still turn out different. Okay, make sure those arms are on correctly and smooth out even on the sides. So you know they're not going to fall off. I'm going to end that here. Smooth out the sides a little more later to make sure that they're all connected. Okay, so again, okay, my little monster. You could just do the head, you could do your own body, however you want to do it. And then, of course, if you wanted to do using, like I said, the slabs, and of course, these were done with slabs. Okay. those are gummy slabs. Oh, and I didn't put any teeth in or a tongue. You could put those in too. Okay, so it's, again, however you want to do it. It's your choice as your artist. But again, love to see pictures. So good luck and have fun.